The book of Genesis records that Adam lived for 930 years before he died. It is a highly specific finality for a life that is otherwise missing nearly all of its chronological landmarks. We aren't told his age when he met Eve, or how many years passed before he ate the fruit. His life begins in an undefined state and ends at a number just shy of a millennium. Through a perspective found in 2 Peter, a single divine day is comparable to 1,000 years. Treating 1,000 years as a full divine day, Adam's 930-year life represents a day cut short. He is missing exactly 70 years from a complete cycle. These 70 missing years can be understood as a combination of two recurring biblical periods, a 30-year preparation and a 40-year trial. Structuring the 70-year gap this way reveals a direct alignment between the life of the first man and the ministry of Jesus. In the biblical record, the age of 30 marks entry into public responsibility. It's when Levites began formal service in the tabernacle. This suggests a model where Adam reached a similar maturity at 30, receiving Eve and assuming headship over humanity. This mirrors Jesus, who was also about 30 years old when he began his public ministry and started gathering his apostles, the foundational group that would become his church. That leaves a second block of 40 years. Throughout Scripture, 40 is the standard duration for a period of probation or testing, most notably seen in Israel's 40 years of wandering. Under this framework, after Adam enters his leadership role at 30, he is given 40 years to prove his faithfulness. According to this timeline, he fails that test at the end of that window. This contrasts directly with Jesus, led into the wilderness to be tempted for 40 days. Christ's success in the wilderness serves as a faithful replay of Adam's probation. The first man failed after 40 years. The last Adam endured 40 days and remained obedient. When we combine the 30 years of maturity with the 40 years of testing, we reach the age of 70. In this model, 70 is the year Adam falls and dies spiritually. His life is truncated, and he never sees the completion of his 1,000-year day. History records a second major turning point in 70 AD. This was the year the Roman army destroyed the Second Temple in Jerusalem. The destruction of the stone temple signaled the end of the Old Covenant sanctuary and the sacrificial system that defined it. This transition moved the presence of God from a physical building to a living temple, the community of believers gathered by Christ. In both instances, 70 acts as a marker of judgment and loss of an old glory. It's the point where the previous order is cut short to make way for something new. This repeating pattern can easily be expanded from a single life to the entire span of human history. Some view history as a series of 6 days, each lasting 1,000 years. These 6,000 years represent human labor and sin. This sequence concludes with a 7th day, a final 1,000-year period of rest under the reign of Christ. Adam's 930-year lifespan is a miniature version of this grander design, a day that was meant for glory but was shortened by failure. It is important to view these numbers as a study of recurring patterns, not a countdown. This is not a formula for predicting a specific end date. The New Testament explicitly warns against setting dates for the end of history, emphasizing that these moments are governed by a timing we cannot calculate. The value of this framework lies in typology, recognizing how God uses specific numbers to link the beginning of the story to its conclusion. These recurring 30s, 40s, and 70s suggest that history is not a series of random events, but a structured progression toward a final rest. It shows that where the first man faltered, the work of Christ has already secured the path to the 7th day.